Hi, this is Chetz, and today I want to talk about converting virtual machines from VMware to QMU slash virt-manager slash any application that supports XML and supports libvirt. And now, I'm sure that many people are running, for example, VirtualBox, and they'll probably ask why to convert. Well, in many cases, KVM, and when I'm talking about KVM, it's also virt-manager and other applications that are based on KVM. They offer more functionality. For example, VirtualBox and even VMware Workstation, when it comes to graphics, it's very limited. VMware Workstation is faster compared to VirtualBox when it comes to graphics performance, but on KVM and Virtual Manager, etc., you can basically map a device like GPU and use it on the guest OS. So for example, you can take any Radeon card or Vega card or GTX, RTX card, map it to your virtual machine, power it on, use it, and then you can basically do your work, play games, edit video, etc. You cannot do this with the VMware Workstation or VirtualBox. So let's say that you have a VMware solution and you want to convert a machine to be used with KVM slash virt-manager. So there are a few ways to do that. One of the ways is, for example, using the vCenter way. Basically, to connect, there is an application called virt-v2v, which can be connected to the vCenter and to one of the ESXi servers that are running. And using this method, you can convert a machine from there to KVM slash virt-manager, etc. Now, there's another way which you can do an SSH to an ESXi server. You enable SSH on this ESXi host, and you can use it to convert. And there's another method which I'm planning to use today, is that if you have an ESXi slash vCenter and you're using a data store that's based on NFS, you can mount it and use it directly, which I'm planning to do right now. So I'll go to my mount. Let's see if I have something. No. Okay. So I'll mount my ZFS ESXi to mount. Okay. Now I have all those machines that are hosted on this NFS. And let's say for this example that I want to convert a Windows 10 machine. So what I'm planning to do is simple. I'm going to Win10 Pro, and as you can see, here are the files that these files are the machine. Now, one thing that you need to make sure that this machine is off on the VMware side. So now that I'm inside the directory that I mounted the NFS share that I'm using on the ESXi side to this machine, I'm using the following command. First, I need to export libguest backend direct because I'm planning to convert directly from VMX to QMU slash KVM, etc. So I'm exporting this string, and then I'll use this command here, which I'll explain. virt-v2v, this is the application to convert. /mount/win10pro, slash wintonpro.vmx. This is the position, the location of the VMX file. As you can see here, I have this directory right here. -o libvirt. This means that I'm going to connect directly to the libvirt system service that it's running on this Linux machine, and I'm going to host this virtual machine there. I'm going to register it there, manage it there directly. -of, which means output format. I'm using QCOW2, which is a format that it's much better compared to just a raw image, because it knows how to, you can shrink it, you can resize it, extend it, etc. -os VMS, basically because KVM is using pools for storing the data of virtual machines, etc. Telling it to -os means I'm going to use a pool named VMS to install. The last part is optional. I've created a bridge in this machine, and this bridge is my main communication, and I enslaved my main connection port, main network port, to this slave. That way, any machine that I'm starting and running inside virt-manager, for example, will use the bridge and will get a real IP from my real DHCP, and I will be able to access it both from the host and from other hosts inside my LAN. And that's it. Now this part is a bit slow, so if you want to go do anything, go ahead. Just one thing, Linux is smart, so if you're doing a conversion the second time for the same machine, maybe you didn't have space enough or anything like this, as you've seen, from 0 to 30 it was fast because it sits on the memory cache of the machine. From now on, this will take time. Okay, it finished. As you can see, it added the machine Win10 Pro. I'm looking at the virtual machine manager, and let's open it. And we'll click this light bulb and look at the NIC. It is indeed the bridge. Let's look at the boot. It is the new hard disk, virtual hard disk. And what else we'll need? It's using Video Cyrus. I'll put it as QXL because QXL is much better compared to Cyrus. It's not for 3D or anything else. You can see 16 megabyte only. Anything else? CPU, yes, I've changed. CPU, using 2 cores, and I can basically select whatever I want, any specific CPU. It will find automatically which CPU that I have. Memory, I got 4 gigabytes. So it should be okay. I'll click play here. Oh, network not found. Okay, let's go back. Sorry, this bridge. Click OK. And now let's click here. And as you can see, it's booting Windows. One thing that I did forget, but it can be changed without booting, is ID CD-ROM. And I'll give a link to this ISO. These are the drivers. So this is the driver CD that we'll need in order to make Windows work. One important thing Soon, if you just converted the machine and you're not planning to use it on the VMware side, everything's okay. But if you just copied it and you do plan to use the original VM in the VMware side, you'll need to change the SID. You can find tons of articles how to change the SID in Windows. Okay. Now, as you've seen, the network is not working and tons of things are not working at the moment. Here, as you can see, it doesn't work. So I'll have to go to Explore, this PC, and I'll run this setup. Now, many articles will tell you that you should use an ISO called virt-io-win, and the reason is that this ISO has all the drivers, but with this specific ISO, the overt ISO that I'm using right now, it's the only one that has the setup program which will automatically install everything, or else you only have to go each device and install the INF, driver, etc., etc. It will probably ask me to trust the signatures. Yes. It will also install the QEMU agent. This will basically reports back to the virtualization layer, either KVM, virt-manager, etc. For these graphs here, you'll see CPU usage and many tools. If you're using Proxmox or anything else, those tools will require also this agent. Finished, and now all I have to do is reboot. One important thing depends on which distribution and which version of operating system you use. Only the latest QEMU/KVM supports UEFI. And if you're using, for example, Overt, currently you cannot import machines that are based on UEFI. In this case, I can say that it works. I took a machine which was in VMware Windows 10 with UEFI, and it works perfectly. And as you can see right now, I have network, and all you got to do right now is start using it. The graphics are not fast at this moment because the QXL is a pretty basic driver. The Spice driver could help, but not by much. So if you need for heavy graphics or games or anything else, you should add GPU to your machine and map the GPU to the virtual machine and use it with the dedicated GPU. That's it. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you like. If you like it, click the like, subscribe, share, and if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Thanks.